Zero.
Joke Zero.
Nice.
We need a theme song.
Yeah.
Joke Zero!
Alright, so we go for like a
that's
metal
right.
wave thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a musician has joined us,
Yes.
has infiltrated our ranks of comedy people,
Yeah.
and now musician people
Yeah.
are here,
Yeah.
namely Jason K.
Mainly me. I'm the only one here.
Yeah, but
Well
you're not a
done.
musician.
I know a couple chords on
Oh, yeah?
ukulele,
Oh, hey.
I'm sorry.
which is nothing.
You are one.
Everyone knows a couple chords on a ukulele without even really trying. It's very easy.
True. It's like the recorder of the string instruments.
Yeah.
And we're on Mob Crush.
What's Mob Crush?
That's a great question. Mob Crush is a platform,
Yeah.
the streaming platform that they do on the internet.
Right.
www.internet.com
Slash
Anybody
Mob
on that?
Crush?
Slash Mob Crush?
slash Mob Crush.
Internet.com?
Yeah, Al Gore is on there.
On Mob Crush or just
He's on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I already invented it, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
started it. We
Yeah.
finished it.
Yeah, you finished the internet. Yeah.
And and mostly it's like video game people doing video games, but we're here doing comedy.
Nice.
Comedy
We're doing
games.
joke games.
Oh yeah,
Joke
jokes.
games? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Joke Zero.
Ah.
And basically,
Mm-hmm.
the plan, the goal, the idea is that we're searching for the quintessential joke.
Ooh.
Like the ultimate, like the most pure joke from whence all jokes sprung.
What is the criteria for quintessentiality?
Well, you know the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You know,
Personally?
yeah.
Not well, yeah, I mean acquaintances, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know pornography?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, you know how the Supreme Court defined pornography.
Oh, I know it when I see it, right?
Exactly. That's
So-
exactly what Joke Zero is like.
You'll know it.
We'll know it when we hear it and laugh at it.
So it's not the funniest joke, it's just the most joke.
The one that you're like, oh, that just has a certain je ne sais
Quoi?
ha.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Is that it? Is that the joke here?
Man, that was a short podcast.
All right.
series.
Yeah.
I mean, no, is it a podcast? We're a podcast.
See you later,
Podcast.
everybody.
Streaming
Yeah.
Vlog.
vlogcast?
Vlogcast?
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah. And
You'll know when you see it.
we'll know it when we see it.
Mm.
You'll know it when we see it.
Yeah.
I'll know when you guys see it.
Our previous guest, Leslie Cena,
Mhm.
described it as what the platonic ideal
Yeah,
of a joke?
the platonic ideal.
Yeah, isn't that, was Plato the one that's like, this is the best chair? That's not what he said, but I mean, like, this is the most chair that's ever been a chair, right? Is
I
that
think
it?
that's true. Yeah.
Right.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Like this roast beef sandwich is the most roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the most roast beefy of roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he said. He's a big Science
Plato
fan.
was very Aristotelian, I find. Never mind. I'm just
That was
being
Arist-
silly. Or was that Aristotle who was Aristotelian? One of those was.
I'm pretty sure it
Aristotelian.
was Socrates.
Yeah.
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 All I know is Plato must have... Was Plato a virgin? Because of platonic relationships?
Oh, interesting.
Is it just him being frustrated all the time?
That's a great
Or is he
question.
happy with it?
Or maybe for him, that's his...
Was he?
He probably made everybody.
I think he was an incel.
Oh, he was the first incel.
Yeah.
He would be incel 0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. This
We
whole
solved one thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
We solved.
Welcome to Incel
Zero.
Zero. The Incel... No, it's not
Yeah.
even...
No.
The show always ends up in weird, horrifying directions.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're a comedian,
Yes, I am.
a musician,
Musician too.
a
Yeah.
voiceover.
Do
reader.
voiceover. Yeah, voiceover actor. Do that
Yeah.
full time now.
No
Which is
kidding.
great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Commercials, video games. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, I know you guys from the old IO.
Yeah.
And from
iOS.
UCB.
Yeah.
iOS was gone.
hmm
Yeah.
The old days.
But yeah, love doing comedy. Characters and whatnot.
Yeah. And you're very funny. A
Yeah.
lot of people who do comedy, not funny.
There's a lot of them. Well, yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
why
them.
not?
That is true.
That is true. Most
Yeah.
people I know that do comedy aren't funny.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah.
hysterical, but
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
I think
good.
yeah,
Phew.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, Dan.
It's interesting, you
Yeah.
know. Not a bad thing, just a fact.
Yeah.
It's probably not a great thing.
You
but
had that whole list of people that you said aren't funny that you said.
Yeah.
There's at least 40 people on that list.
I do provocative things, but nothing like that. I would never do that.
Yeah.
I'm nice to people.
To people, you
yes,
are, yeah.
Yes.
But comedians.
But comedians, they're outside of the people genre. The genre of species, they're different. They're looking in, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of Homo sapien, they're
Homo comico? No, that'd be like a Spanish.
Hetero sapiens, I find there.
Do you think
Hetero
so?
sapiens? Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
all
we don't want to
different
use a slur.
They're all
No, no, no,
different.
no.
They're all different sapiens. You know?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's what hetero means?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Who knew?
No one.
No one. You did, yeah.
Only Dan. No one.
But
Oh,
okay,
Dan. All right.
let's enough fooling around, enough tomfoolery, enough all of us foolery. Let's get down to brass jokes. Because the fact is, there's breaking news
Really?
in the world of humor and current events because the big Iranian deal happening.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And then Iran sent 20 missiles, shot 20 missiles at Israel.
Really?
So yeah, and then Israel is retaliating. So I think we finally solved the problems there. So, I think this is it. They figured it out. You know, Iran sent some missiles. Israel's retaliating.
Didn't they call it square?
Call it square. That's
Call
what
it
I'm
square.
Yeah.
Square.
Even
Yeah.
Stevens.
Even Stevens. Yeah.
Can you imagine if
So-
they're like, we're looking for a kind of even Steven agreement. Sorry, Chris Steven.
Yeah.
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 That
So-
wasn't a joke.
No, it was.
I wouldn't want to interrupt you because I thought like, oh wait, Dan's gonna get to some kind of punchline about like you because you
I
said
thought it would be.
and Israel sent back
I
an
thought it
equal
would.
amount of missiles.
I thought I would be able to come up with a joke
Oh,
while I was doing it because I knew it was happening.
I didn't know that. I knew that didn't
Yeah.
Trump pull out of the deal.
Yeah. And then Iran shot a bunch of missiles. So my joke was supposed to be that now everything's gonna be fine.
Oh, right.
But I couldn't get it out properly.
It's okay.
Thanks, man.
You know, Trump pulled out of the deal, which he does instead of wearing a condom. So,
Yeah.
ugh.
Oh,
See,
man.
He bases his foreign policy off of his domestic.
Oh,
policy.
yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Domestic disturbance. I don't know.
Yeah.
getting kind of stormy if you.
Oh, there it is.
Well, do you have a joke? Now that I started on a weird, horrible note.
Sure. What do I have? Oh, sure. See, I think didn't write the date down of this. I think this is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the anniversary of the birth of John Wilkes Booth, the man who assassinated Abraham Lincoln. It was the biggest political crime committed in a theater, not counting being charged $300 to see Hamilton.
No.
Oh! Those are pricey tickets.
Pricey tickets.
Bigger crime than the murder of the great emancipator, as he is known.
God.
Yes, a much greater crime.
Yeah. Honest Abe.
Yeah. You know, he didn't die until like 4 days after that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because he got, like, back then bullets just
Yeah,
sucked.
not that long.
You know what I mean? So it just, like, stayed in his head for a while. He was talking for a while. I only know that because I went to the museum. He was talking for a while after that, and he was like, "Oh man, this sucks." And then, because I think they kept telling him, like, "Hey, you're not. This isn't. You got shot in the head."
Yeah.
But he's like,
Ouch.
Ouch.
He's like,
ouchie,
and he
ouchie.
just, yeah, but he, like they're like painting him with like a Band-Aid. Not a Band-Aid, but like this giant. It was the first Band-Aid Zero on it. But and then he obviously, you know, he died.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like he was talking, like, can you imagine that? Same thing with Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, like, when he shot himself, he didn't die immediately. He was like, he shot himself, and then he went, fuck, and then he went to the
Really? I
hospital.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Poor Van Gogh. And poor Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because when I watched the movie, it ended before that.
No.
It ends with him being like, well, see you later. I'm off to see a show.
Wink.
And you're like, oh, that means the next
And
one
then I
Joker's
was
gonna
like-
show.
Exactly.
Our American cousin.
The Joker.
The Joker. No, but even in that movie, after he gets shot, they're like, is he okay in there? He's like, well, he's stable, but
Yeah.
at the end of the Lincoln, he's like, I mean, he's dead.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert, yeah.
Is that how it ended? With
Yeah,
him
because I
dead?
think he's like in bed and he was like,
Really? I don't remember.
I'm serious, like, because like he says, I'm gonna go to the show, and I thought this has to be the ending.
I think that's what I
And
thought was happening.
Well, and then they
There's a
kept
post-credits
going.
scene.
Yeah, Nick Fury shows up like, how would you like to be shot in the head for your country?
I said yes, because he's a hero
Yeah.
and a martyr. Hawaii lawmakers passed a bill to ban sunscreens damaging coral reefs.
What do you?
Wait, what? Can you
What?
repeat that?
Yes.
What is it?
Hawaii lawmakers passed a bill to ban sunscreens that are damaging coral reefs.
Sunscreens.
Yeah, sunscreens are damaging coral reefs.
So they're like washing off the people.
chemicals.
Washing off people and
Exactly.
like,
Well, I think those coral reefs are going to be just fine, said Hawaiian lawmakers moments before coral reefs were decimated by lava.
Oh no.
Anyway,
yeah, right.
that was a joke.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Right. Ripped from the
Mhm.
things. You know?
Headlines?
Some headlines. So you guys like made your jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna tell some of my grandfather's.
I think that's
jokes.
fine.
Yeah.
So do you want
The old and the new.
Do you want like a quick one first, or the one that he told me and my brother as if it was a real story, and then at the end it was clearly?
I think we should start with the quick one.
Yeah. And then I think
the long.
maybe you can trick us later.
Yeah.
I could be like, hey, I don't know if I told you guys about this thing my grandfather did is crazy.
We're like, yeah. I know you haven't heard it twice.
Okay, so a really good. One that my grandfather told me, and my brother. We thought this was the funniest thing in the world when we were 10.
Mm-hmm.
He said, so there's. I think I told this one to you the other day, but I think it illustrates the point. So there's these two horses, and they're talking to each other at a racetrack, and one of them says, hey Harvey, I'm really kind of scared because I hurt my leg, and it means pretty much death for horses, and he's like, oh, don't worry, man, maybe they'll use you as like a stud or something, and he's like, maybe, I hope so, I just don't, I really don't want to die. He's like, hey, we're all gonna die, and then a dog walks by and he says, hey, do you guys know if there's like a bathroom around here? And then one horse says to the other, my God, it's a talking dog. Yeah. I loved it as a kid, and now I'm like, cute. It's a cute joke. Cute old grandpa
It's
joke.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what's his name? That pothead comedian had a joke like that.
Mitch Hedberg.
The more recent one, Super High Me.
Doug Benson.
The poor man's Mitch Hedberg.
Ooh, ouch.
No, I just said it was
Doug
Mitch
Benson, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry, Mitch
No, Mitch
Hedberg,
Hedberg
if
is
you're
a
watching.
legend.
Yeah.
From the great.
He's the alive man's Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But all alive men are poor, mostly. So unless they're in the 1%.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is a very topical, show. One of those shows that hits the issues.
Yeah.
Meet the Press?
It's Meet the Press. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you only need to meet them once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a terrible joke.
You're just continuing meeting the
You're
press.
just meeting the press over and over again.
That's
You
true.
already met the press.
How can you do
one
more
time.
than one
How can you have
show?
more than one? It should be meet the press and then let's continue this relationship.
See the press again.
Is it like a 51st date situation?
Yeah, where the
Is
world has
amnesia?
amnesia. Yeah.
The producer after the first show, they're like, "Cut! That was a great first show." The producer's like, "Oh shoot! Did we already print the title? Yes.
Okay.
What are we supposed to do for the second show?
Well,
They already met the press."
I built this memory weapon.
We're gonna have to take the memory weapon all across the United States. No. Wait, we already. It's already satellite shown across the world.
Is there a way we
It's
can...
a global show now because of cable.
Well, if you encode it in the broadcast, that signal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, like a video drum where like there's a signal thing.
Or we could use like that that big phoenix from Harry Potter, the Fantastic Beasts, who went into a cloud and then turned the cloud into rain.
Didn't the cloud already do that?
Well, yeah, but he turned the rain into rain that makes people forget things.
Oh, okay.
So then all the people who got rain.
That's
forget.
different than a regular cloud.
Yeah. As far as we know, how would we know?
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah. We're not elephants.
No,
No.
they're not.
Do you have a joke?
I've got a few jokes. Let's see, what should I do? Big story. Tenacious D announced they are making a sequel to their movie, The Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
It will answer the questions raised by the first movie, such as, did anybody actually pay to see The Pick of Destiny?
Oh!
I did.
I also did.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
You'll be in the sequel then, because you'll answer the question. It's two people.
It wasn't that good of a movie.
I expected it to be better.
I mean, I love Tenacious D.
And I know it was a big bomb, so it's very strange
Yeah,
they were
why
making
would
a
they-
sequel to a movie that was not very good and that bomb.
And it's not a cult hit either. It's not.
It's a cult bomb.
It's a cult bomb.
The cult did not like it.
The cult loved it. The band, the cult, and cults.
Wild Country did not enjoy that.
Osho. Oh, man. Brutal.
Well, carbon dioxide levels are reaching record highs in Earth's atmosphere.
I don't know.
Yum! Said a bunch of hungry trees. It's like a chill child's joke,
Yeah.
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 The trees are hungry.
Yeah, we're carbon dioxide,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of starving trees.
Plus thin trees.
Yeah.
Skin trees.
Skinny. Yeah.
Right.
Plants.
Succulents.
Yeah, man.
Do trees?
It's kind of
trees eat carbon dioxide for...
They eat it.
And then they spit out, they vomit out oxygen.
They vomit oxygen.
Yeah.
We
They're
breathe vomit.
Bulimic.
Yeah.
Bulimic trees. Only in LA. Yikes.
Yeah.
Do you want to do another joke? Or?
Well, I would tell a joke, but I have like a story my grandfather told me.
Yeah, you can
Actually,
do that.
it's more like a
Sounds
funny-
like a detour, but okay.
Yeah, but so he told me, and this is true, and he told this to me and my brother when we were eating Italian food. We were at an Italian restaurant at like 6 at night, so it was pretty crowded. It was like families were there and stuff. And we can be vulgar on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I did it last time on accident. I forgot that I wrote a bad word in a joke.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So basically, my grandfather, he lived in the 80s, early 80s, lived in the Marina City Club, which was a kind of swingers paradise. As it were.
And where? In where?
In Marina Del
Marina
Rey.
Del Rey.
Yeah, he just lived in a penthouse on the top, and it was like this like party club. And, and he told us the story of this woman that came in one time that he hooked up with.
Sure.
And he's telling, he's like, so I'm with this broad, right? And I started fingering her, right? You know what I mean? And I was like, me and my brother were like, yeah, okay. We were about 20 or something at this point in our lives. and I got like, one finger in there, and she's like, oh, Carl, like, just put two in me, come on. And I said, all right, baby, all right. So I got 2 fingers in there. Just kind of do like a come hither motion, and she's like really into it. She's really into it, right? And then she's like, hey, get 3 fingers. Get 3 fingers in there. So then I get 3 fingers, and I'm like, hitting all walls, and she's just like, it's like a rainforest in there, right? So then she says, put your pinky in my pussy as well. So now I got like, it's like a almost a glove, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, playing the saxophone in a vagina. Right? And at this point, like, there's like a waiter walks by and he's like, hey, you guys want more like garlic rolls? And me and my brother are like, yeah. This is all true. And then he's like, so anyway, we're getting hot and heavy, and my hand, it's like pruning up. And he says, put your thumb in my pussy.
Good.
And then he's like, it's like a goddamn puppet with this woman. Yeah, it's like, she's like, Carl. Unbelievable. And, I'm starting to get cramps in my hand. And then she says, put your finger from the other hand in my pussy. And so now I'm doing this. Eventually, 10 minutes go by. And she's like, put another. And now I got 2 hands in here like this. It looks like, warm my hands up, right? You can't do it because it's so goddamn wet. And then she says to me, Carl, clap. And I say, I'm like, I can't. And then she says, tight, ain't it?
I mean, whatever you have to do to get a yes response.
So now when he told us that, he dragged it out for from the time we ordered till when the food got there. It was like 15 minutes, and we're like, holy shit, then what happened? He's like, you gotta remember, this is before AIDS. This is like, Reagan just got it, right? I didn't like Reagan. But anyway, this is where my mind was at, and I'm with this bro, it's free love, kind of thing. And we're like in it, and then he says tight, and me and my brother just went, the whole thing was a lie.
Oh man,
that was one of those jokes that he didn't.
Yeah, the lying grandpa.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you told us that it was a fabricated story at the outset, but in the midst of it, like my mind was like in it as if it was real.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know what I thought to myself also?
Yeah.
I don't really do stand-up except when I do it as an alien.
Yeah.
But when stand-ups tell stories, they could all be lies. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Stand-up
just lie?
Yeah, you're allowed to lie in jokes.
Yeah, can't you just... Yeah.
But then that's why some comedians are like, they pride themselves on their brutal honesty,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it's not very funny.
That's not funny.
Yeah.
Do you think you could just go up and be like, I spent a lot of time being a janitor at a bathhouse, just for the money. And then you can just make up any story you want, right?
Oh, sure.
Can you just be like, I was in the Marines?
Yeah, you can lie.
You'll believe it.
Yeah, people will believe it.
Jokes are just lies dressed up as
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But if you say
Yeah.
A comedian's telling the truth when they say something, they say, and this is true, and then they keep going, then you know it's...
they do that!
You don't make up a part when you say this is true.
This is true. This is true.
So that's a way of saying everything else I say is a lie.
Yeah.
But right now it's different.
And my whole life has been a lie until I said this is true.
This is true.
But statically charged lunar dust is very, very bad for your lungs.
When would you ever get in contact with moon dust?
Well, also bad for your lungs, freezing the suffocating empty vacuum of space. So,
Yeah.
2 things that are not good for
great.
your lungs.
Yeah.
It's like a good Norm Macdonald joke.
Oh, no.
The delivery of, the vacuum of space.
Well, he's my hero.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, all my heroes are people who destroyed their careers, I find, which is probably not a good thing. Yeah.
Well,
but he's back, baby.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's doing a Netflix thing.
He's doing another one?
He's doing a Netflix show.
Oh, really? I only know I saw his special. I thought it was good.
Which was fantastic.
I think he was the greatest Weekend Update.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
No, he was like my childhood hero. Yeah. I liked that he was he didn't give a crap.
So
Yeah.
fucking funny. Yeah. So you got one?
I got a few. How do I choose? Did that one. Something I notice on every episode is celebrities keep having birthdays. I've mentioned that.
Oh yeah, that is weird that they were born.
Yeah. You'd think they just always exist.
Yeah. You kind of do.
Yeah.
For instance, this past Saturday, it was Brian Williams' 59th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell because he spent the day saying it was not his 59th birthday.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when he lied 3 years ago?
Oh yeah, about being somewhere, right?
Yeah, he
Like in a war, or no?
Yeah, he's
covering
he
a
said
war.
that-
It was like in like
he said he was under fire in a plane that was taken off. Right?
he said he was like in a plane like over Iraq that was like shot at,
Yeah.
but it turned out it was just like a
It's a
different
nice
plane
plane.
that was shot, not the one that he was in. But
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I'm a hero."
Aren't I a tough hero? Brian Williams.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right.
Brian Williams.
Yeah, thanks. And you're a voice guy. So. Just for taking it out of nowhere.
You could probably do a good Norm Macdonald. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. What is it? One of my favorite jokes he did was, number 1 on the charts this week, better than Ezra. Number 2, Ezra.
Yeah.
Good clean one. That's a good clean one, yeah.
He's the funniest guy
so
ever. Everyone agrees. I remember someone was telling me, was it you?
Yeah.
Kevin McDonald. They were taking a class with Kevin McDonald.
Oh, nice.
He did classes sometimes from the kids in the hall. And
He did a voice on my band's album.
Oh.
Really?
We're called Hellcross. We're on Spotify. We have an album called Trumpocalypse about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse getting fired because Trump can do their job. And Satan is Kevin McDonald.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
And he does that voice of like the
Yeah.
you know, Satan.
He's so good at doing that voice that is his actual voice.
That is his real one. And he's the most Canadian guy I ever met. When
Yeah.
we met him, he was wearing a Blue Jays shirt, Blue Jays hat, and all he talked to me about, he's like, do you watch hockey? Just talk to me about hockey for like 15 minutes.
I remember Bill Kessler was telling me that either he was taking a class with Kevin McDonald, somebody, and Kevin was, they were talking about comedy and comedians and like who are the best comedians, and Kevin was like, well, you know, it's all subjective and there's different stuff. And then one guy like just goes like, well, I always thought Norm Macdonald was the funniest guy ever. And then Kevin like just stopped to think for a minute. He's like, that's basically true.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He really is a funny.
It's not subjective.
No, he's
objectively.
He's a really good impressionist too.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny because he pretends that he's terrible.
Yeah, he like when I do Quentin Tarantino, it's just me doing that.
Yeah.
You say okay.
Okay.
All right. Like, we're a podcast. Okay, what are you talking about? Like big head. And that's just me putting on Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
So
Might as well.
Yeah. Well, the sun will produce a beautiful planetary nebula when it dies. So we have that to look forward to.
Ah, yeah! Oh, man. That is, I gotta tell you, that's pretty close to joke 0. Got that to look, you dog.
Yeah. Looking
So
forward
things
to
are looking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandfather has he's got like a joke, it's almost like a joke equation that he always does, where so he's Jewish, and like if he finds out anybody is Jewish / something else, he has the same joke. So it's like, oh, you're half Italian, half Jewish, you don't know whether to buy it or steal it. Yeah, and then he'll just replace Italian with, he's like, oh, you half Jewish, half Mexican, half Jewish, half black, half Jewish, half Persian. It's always like, you don't know whether to steal it or buy it wholesale.
But it's like all the other people are
Every
stealing.
other, like, oh, you're Catholic, you don't know whether to steal it or buy it wholesale. Every other culture.
Everyone but Jews are stealing.
Yeah, and Jews are just trying to get a good deal.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the Jews they're better people than, at least they're not stealing.
They're not stealing, no.
Is that joke 0?
Maybe. Actually, yeah. Because it's so...
It's pretty malleable.
Exactly.
It's a universal joke.
Yeah.
He had some other joke, and I'll try to remember correctly, but it's not good. It's just like he's from Chicago, so it's just about like Irish cops, and like it involves a moil. So you know what a moil?
Yeah.
Moil, they're the guys that cut
Circumcised.
God, I forgot. But anyway, I'm butchering. There is no joke. All I remember is like, if this were a joke, this is the evidence of the joke. The joke's been killed. So I know that it's a joke about Irish cops. It involves a moil and like something about how like, oh, I know what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and now everybody, it's gonna. Okay, so this guy goes out, right? And he's like, oh man, I gotta buy a wallet for some reason. He's like, hey you, guy over there with a bunch of wallets. And he's like, oh yeah, me? Yeah, you want a wallet? You want a wallet for you? And the guy's like, yeah, but I want a really good one. He's like, oh, would you like a wallet that, can grow and shrink depending on, the weather? And he's like, yeah, that would be great. I need a wallet like that.
And that's important.
It's very important in wallets. And he said, well, here, have this one. It's, we make it out of, fuck. Well, I forgot what he made it out of. But anyway, it's like, dicks. Yeah. It's like, we made it out of cocks, Make it out of dicks, and you take all the penis comes when it gets really cold, it shrinks, and when it, when it gets hot, it gets all nice and flabby. And he's like, well, what do you do with the foreskins, And the guy's like, we sent them to Chicago where they make cops. I know I didn't tell it right.
Dang, but that's just like brutal.
It's the brutal takedown of an entire culture there. Yeah.
It's like if you're like a mob boss or something, and like that's like what the joke you would say if you were undercover, like right before you're like blah 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 blah. Yeah.
You're like, and then he said this, right? Yeah. Laughing.
Yeah.
They made it out of dead cops. Dead cops. Yeah.
I remember a similar joke where it's like you buy this wallet, it's made out of foreskin.
Yeah.
But when it gets excited, it turns into luggage or something like that.
Oh, that's a good joke. What I told him is there's he's got a bunch of other short one-liners about. So Chicago apparently very what's it called? Corrupt. Yeah. I had some joke about what is it? So the guy's so corrupt, when he died, if you gave him an enema, you could put him in a shoebox. Because he was so full of shit. That's how you know a joke's good, you have to
explain what that means.
I also have a theory that any joke that ends with, and the moral of the story is a terrible joke.
Not a good joke.
It's like my mom would always send me jokes like, and the moral of the story is... There's never been a joke like that that's made anybody laugh.
Fables are not good jokes in general.
No, generally not.
Yeah. So you got
sure. See where? I'll do this one. Why not? Nicki Minaj has announced a new album called Queen. Meanwhile, the surviving members of Queen announced an album called Nicki Minaj.
Of course.
Can you imagine?
Oh man!
In what world?
Wow. What concept album would that be?
Oh my god.
It'd have Adam Lambert on it. He's their vocalist now.
He is their vocalist.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's nuts. I heard they were gonna do a Queen movie.
Yeah, with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, but he dropped out because apparently, Freddie Mercury, he said he wanted to do all of Freddie Mercury's debauchery and partying, and then have it end when he dies. And Queen said, we want that to be just the first half of the movie, and the second half is how our band went on after that. And Sacha Baron Cohen's like, you did?
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. That's why Jim Carrey dropped out too. He's like, what?
Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey was attached for a second, and now it's
it's like Full Metal Jacket where everyone will turn it off halfway.
Yeah. That's 2 movies.
Yeah.
But now it's from the Mr. Robot?
Rami Malek?
Rahm Emanuel? No,
it's Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah. You would do it.
It's hey, I'm fucking Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, fucking Freddie Mercury, you piece of shit.
Isn't he from Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
He's made out of foreskin or something.
Yeah, made out of foreskin.
Well,
opioid. It's cold in here.
Little Ram. An opioid distributor apologizes for shipping large volumes of painkillers to West Virginia. Said the opioid distributor, "Let me make it up to you with some free opioids."
Oh, that's awfully sporting.
That's great. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's a fun one. Oh, I got another grandfather joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. So So a rabbi and a priest, they hang out all the time as they do, and they were on a hike, right?
Yeah.
And they're on this hike, and then they come across a nice, green, lush, empty field.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this 7-year-old boy completely naked, just, taking a nap with his ass in the air. Just because, he sleeps funny.
Yeah.
and the priest turns to the rabbi and says, I bet we could go down there and fuck that kid. The rabbi says, fuck him out of what?
Ooh.
Yeah. See, it gets both.
Yeah. Different strokes.
Yeah, different strokes. Ah.
That's
Literally.
Literally.
Oh my
Literally. Yeah.
This show is filthy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
Yeah.
This is going on. Sure, I'll do. Oh, this is sad, but I'll read it anyway. I'm committed to doing it, so I'll do it. Billy Crystal, he described Robin Williams as a scared man during their last encounters before his death. Robin was reportedly scared that he'd have to listen to Billy's Sammy Davis Jr. impression.
Nice.
Babe, and it's almost a Dennis Miller impression.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Yeah. Hey, babe.
Yeah, babe. All right.
Yeah, babe. Cha-cha.
Yeah, cha-cha.
Yeah. Did not look marvelous.
Yeah.
No. I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It's another catchphrase.
Yeah.
I have on cassette Billy Crystal's album Marvelous.
Yeah.
I'd say about half of it holds up.
Really? That's good.
That's actually quite good. There aren't that many good. Well, is it a stand-up?
It's a stand-up album,
Yeah.
but half of it's like pure stand-up. The other half is like character sketches or impression sketches.
So wait,
Like
which
Howard
part
Cosell.
stands?
I'd say a lot of the impression stuff is still. I don't know if it holds up, but it's. If you remember it in context of the era, it's like, Howard Cosell interviewing Muhammad Ali, and that's funny.
he does a good job of doing it.
Yeah.
It's weird. I was watching they have Eddie Murphy's Delirious on Netflix. First half is does not hold. Not only does it not hold up, he would
Well, he's a lot of homophobic stuff.
A lot of homophobic shit, and a lot of now it would be considered Me Too stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little you're watching it, and you're like, oh my god, this is
But he was 20 or something.
He's 24
he was very
or something.
yeah.
George Carlin
very
stuff
youth,
holds up.
Yeah.
Carlin stuff still holds up.
Yeah. Almost wish it wouldn't hold up as much because it's always very edgy, very extremely liberal stuff.
Yeah.
And we haven't advanced
No,
past a lot
nothing
of
has gone
this.
past
Yeah.
at all. Same thing with a lot of Bill Hicks's stuff is I'm oh man, I remember getting into him during the end of the Bush era.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept thinking it's the same thing. Shit.
Things aren't getting better.
Things don't, usually they don't.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast today about Matt Taibbi.
Oh, Taibbi!
Was on, it was just a clip of him recently on Joe Rogan, and it was holy Lord, it was depressing talking about the 2008 crisis, the financial crisis, because he covered that,
And it's you're doing
and
the same
then,
thing now?
Well, it's just we never, no justice was ever found, no one went to justice, and we never really dealt with it, and we're just kind of living in this post-world where nothing ever got solved.
That was the first time where I thought, you can bail out companies?
Yeah.
Isn't that against the rules?
It's not good.
It's cheating. You can't.
Yeah, I really do think that...
Should have let some of them fail.
Oh, yeah, I would.
No one went to prison.
I was against it then, and I still would say, you just. What?
And I think they got rid of more regulations. Yeah. So I used to be very free market because it just sounded cool.
Yeah, it sounds cool.
And then when the 2008 thing happened, I went maybe a couple rules would be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A couple oh no, you can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
greedy people will take advantage of any opportunity.
And they're not even thinking of like the good of the company. They're like, well, I got a parachute package, so like it's like I'm just gonna like max out my money and bail.
Yeah, well, he was saying like some stuff that was like thought provoking because he's talking about how like America had already there's a lot of screaming kids though.
Oh, that's alright.
But the America had already turned into like they'd already all their manufacturing, all their like real jobs had been shipped overseas, and like finance was all that we really had, like was the base of our industry. And so like these financial people, like a lot of like finance economics professors went into the sector because there was so much opportunity. They were looking like help us, and they just like tried to figure something out. So they created all the, obviously they created all the like crazy loans. Whatchamacallit?
This was before the crisis.
Yeah, this was what led up to the crisis.
Like something finance. High risk.
Well, they were. I know. It's on the time.
Can we just let's
anyway.
Let's go on the Big Short real quick.
Yeah.
But they created all those loans, and so my point is though, like that was like the economy that we'd already gutted. So it was finance, and they were like forced to try to keep growing it by keep creating new crazy loan structures. So it's like, is there an answer? Maybe not.
Don't do that.
Maybe we just gotta keep coming out with crazy crap.
I mean, some of it when they were talking about, at least in The Big Short, I'm like, how is that legal that you could then bundle all these subprime loans and then sell the insurance? Like there's got to be regulations,
but also default swaps.
Default. Yeah. How does that work again?
Where they repackage, they repackage bad loans into other types of loans and then swap them back and forth. Like they both have bad loans. They kind of like repackage them with other loans, and then
that might be good.
And then well, they might be good, they might not. And then they then another party makes bets on which ones will fail and which ones will go. And then another party makes bets on that guy. So it was just
when they bet, like who's the house that pays them? You know what I mean? Like when they bet,
are they betting against each other?
They're betting against each
other.
other.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I mean maybe like stop doing that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch The Big Short, everybody.
Yeah, watch The Big Short.
It's a good movie. I saw it with my mom. She thought there was too much cursing.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. Yeah. I saw it with my dad and I had to keep pressing pause going like, wait, what does that mean? He's like, all right, so, there's a subprime. He explains it in a second.
I feel like Margot Robbie and Selena Gomez did a good job of explaining most of it, so...
I mean,
I got it from that.
I got it.
I don't remember it, but I got it in the moment.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, oh yeah, she makes a good point. Probably.
Yeah.
So Margot Robbie, though, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Yeah.
When you said, you know what I mean, Margot Robbie, what?
Well, let me explain in this joke.
Sure.
Oh my god, these jokes are terrible.
Oh, really?
Wait, should I read a joke?
Yeah, you can read it.
All right. Trent Harmon, who won the final season of the original American Idol in 2016, is releasing his debut album this very Friday. The album is called "Even I Barely Remember Who I Am."
Nice.
Right? Because I don't
know who that is.
The last American Idol I remember is
Justin Guarini.
No, I would say Philip Phillips.
Who's that?
He has that song like "Now I'm Coming Home" or something.
Oh,
but his name is Philip Phillips.
That's fine.
Easy to remember it. Probably the last one who had actual hits.
Is Carrie Underwood an American Idol?
Season 2.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Look at her now.
She's doing all. Oh, she got her face all fucked up.
Oh, damn.
But it's fixed now.
Yeah, I know. It's bullshit. She's like, it's the first time she's brave enough to show her scars. There's like nothing there. And she's like, I'm still me.
Yeah. It's
You're like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
The rest of us have to walk around with our kitty and just
nothing bad.
Yeah.
Just like this is what amino acids did to mine.
Exactly. But hey, Google unveils new era of robots that sound like humans. Particularly the human Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, it's funny.
Rest in his peace.
Yeah.
know? He was a good scientist.
He was great.
Yeah.
He was a funny guy.
Yeah, he was.
Although, like,
He's known for his humor.
because it takes him a while. It took him a while to like type all the shit, right?
Right.
But like, so when he must have had in any interview, he must have had this question sent to him, right?
I would hope so.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it'd be like him going like, "Hold on," because like, how do you know he's got a quick wit?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like one advantage you have when you're.
He would hit stop, play, stop.
Yeah.
Play. Yeah.
So really, like,
Yeah.
and yeah, I know he did a voice in The Simpsons, but they could have just.
Trick.
It could have been a lie.
Things are like stand-up comedians do.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah,
it's like,
but-
this is true.
That's
That's not what Stephen Hawking sounded like,
I
dude.
swear this really happened.
My buddy said the trick to do a Stephen Hawking. Well, you like put the words on the other side of your mouth.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell so many jokes.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah.
Is that what the real Stephen Hawking did?
Yeah.
He didn't have
When
a
it-
computer. It was all a lie.
It was all
Yeah.
He was just really
He
lazy.
went down the other side of his
You have
mouth.
to keep it closed, like
Yeah, go in your mouth.
kind of like it's better. Yeah,
It's getting better.
that's
I'm working on my hobby. But,
Yes.
oh man, this is a huge story. A company sold $25,000 service dogs that were really just untrained puppies. But if you ask me, cute cuddliness is the greatest service of all.
Yeah.
Could be
That's just a
emotional support.
fact. Yeah, not a joke, more of a fact.
Yeah.
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 Here's a fact.
Yeah.
Adele, she recently turned 30 years old. She spent the day making a new album about getting dumped by age 29. That's what she does.
Oh yeah, she just gets dumped and stuff, right?
I mean, yeah, I think she's married now, but
Yeah.
all her albums are about that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 25 is like some. Did you see
That's
the
the
dude that
thing.
dumped her? Like,
No.
he just like some loser, like graffiti guy.
Oh, man.
And he
Is it
threw up-
Banksy?
No, it's not Banksy. No. It's just some douche, and like you just like that's the guy you're singing about. You know,
Yeah.
you
Get
have to
over
find
it.
somebody like him. Really?
Yeah. Find someone better.
I want to find someone better, huh?
Fun fact, we were talking about sort of
Yeah.
malleable jokes before.
Oh, nice.
I also do the same joke when it's Taylor Swift's birthday.
Oh.
That makes
She
sense.
made a tale about being dumped by whatever age she was before.
Yeah.
And she has a new album out,
Well, it's not so new anymore.
but she has an album.
Yeah, maybe
She
in
does.
October. Her new tour just started, though.
Oh, that's right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like her. I think she's.
I like her. Yeah,
She's
she's
fun.
got charm.
I like them.
Charisma.
Yeah, I like the 1989 album quite a bit.
Yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
just all hits.
And
Or
she
songs
writes her own
tributes.
music too. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't all
Right, so-
say that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Taylor Swift, 9/11 architect Khalid Sheikh Mohammed.
Oh,
Asks
that kind
to
of
brief-
architect.
Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason I was like, that's a weird way to call it Twin Towers.
The 9/11 architect Khalid Sheikh Mohammed asks to brief senators. It's unknown what exactly Mohammed will brief senators on, though, because let's be honest, not a great architect.
I like it.
You know?
I like it. I thought it was fun.
It's alright, yeah.
I thought it
I
was
think,
fun.
yeah, we got ahead of it a little bit.
I know, I didn't mean to interrupt. Because I thought when you said 9/11 architect, I was like, I thought.
It was right there the first
Well,
two words.
yeah, I'm a little unsure
Like-
what you mean by 9/11 architect. Is it?
Exactly.
Did he
He's
make
one
the
of-
buildings, or did he orchestrate
Yeah.
the attack?
I think that question
It's
is
the set.
Yes, I'm not answering.
essential to the humor. in a way.
I still don't even
He
know.
was the guy who orchestrated the not bringing them up.
But bringing them down.
Yeah,
Well, then is he a good? He's good at the kind of
he's not
architect.
good at my kind of architects, which are they build things. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift and Katy Perry have finally ended their feud.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Finally.
However, the feud will likely start up again the next time either of them needs to promote a new album.
Yeah, that's just like a
Makes sense.
It's
fact.
probably it's probably a fact.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we need publicity.
More, yeah, exactly.
Well, the breakthrough,
Yeah.
the Listen satellite, which is a new like.
Oh, is that for the aliens?
Exactly. The
Oh,
Listen satellite launches new search for ET across millions of stars. The satellite works by relaying waves of Reese's Pieces throughout the galaxy.
That's like that'd be a joke to write for Lori Beth Dinberg and all that, you know? Like, it's a deep cut, like sketch show for the kids.
Yeah,
Back in the day. That's a cute one.
Kenan Thompson and Kel
Kenan and Kel Mitchell, yeah. I always thought Kel should have been on SNL.
He was the real brains of the operation.
Well, he just made me laugh more.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
But
He was in Mystery Men, though.
yeah,
Wow.
The Invisible Man.
That
As
was
long
an
as I was
odd
in it.
film, Mystery Man.
You know who else was in that movie?
Okay.
CeeLo Green. And Michael Bay was in the film.
In the movie.
And
Is it
Dane Cook.
Oh, Dane Cook also, yeah. But
Yeah.
So CeeLo Green played one of the bad guys for a second, like him and these two other dudes that were in a band for a second.
Is it Goody Mob?
Yeah, they were all in it.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Michael Bay, I guess, was like friends with the director or whatever, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll come on set." And they're like, "You want to be in?" He's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, dude." And then he just fucking Michael Bay, dude. And he's like there, and you see him right. Basically, looks like Michael Bay, but he's got like a fun hat.
That's so.
Isn't that insane?
I feel like there is an era in Hollywood where it's like everyone of like every stature was just like hanging out in a way. Like in the mid '90s, there was like there's so many like hangout movies where there's like a million people. Like most of the comedians, when there's just like and there's Janine Garofalo and there's you know Jon Stewart or whatever, and they're all just like they all are in it for like a minute, you know. And it's like
I think the best movie that like had. The first time as a kid, I was like, God, that has everybody I know in it. Was Mars Attacks?
Oh yeah.
But those were they each had like so you had Jack Nicholson, Sarah Jessica Parker, Pierce Brosnan.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Brosnan. Martin Short, Michael J. Fox, Jack Black, Christina Applegate, Natalie Portman, Danny DeVito, Jim Brown, Pam Grier, Glenn Close. There's a couple other ones too that were in that. That old lady from Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
God, who else was in? There was a couple other people.
Yeah.
Tom Jones.
Yeah.
He was great.
Like crazy.
Annette Bening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters.
I love that movie. You know the movie Bomb, I think?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. That's a great movie. I fucking love that movie.
Well, it came out the same year as Independence Day, and I think maybe people were kind of like, it stole so much thunder. You know?
Oh, right. But, man, I think that's bad. Well, I
it's
love
definitely
Independence.
way,
It's different. But
way different tone.
yeah,
It's
it's definitely a different tone than Independence Day.
Yeah.
You know who else is in it? Ray J. You know, the dude that made Kim
famous for
Kardashian
the-
famous.
Yeah, interesting.
He's in it also.
Yeah. Well, Italy is still searching for a leader 2 months after elections.
Where?
Well, their original leader disappeared down a big green pipe, and they still haven't found where he ended up.
Yeah, Mario.
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 And Luigi.
Mario and Luigi Mario.
Yeah. I remember when a kid was telling me that his name was Mario, and Luigi's name was Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could you start talking to me?
Please do.
Like, why do I care about it?
Me and my brother had a debate. Not a debate, sorry. My brother called me to back him up, and I agreed with him because he was in a debate. This was literally like a week ago. Who do you guys think is older, Mario or Luigi?
I would think Mario.
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so yeah, both of us agreed on that. Anyway, go on.
I don't know. Maybe I thought they might have been twins.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but one would still be older.
They look pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, one would be technically older.
See, me and my brother, I have a twin brother.
Oh, really?
But he's always been the older one.
Identical.
Fraternal. Actually, we could have done a Luigi Mario because I'm like
That'd be
a little bit taller.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So,
I don't know. Should we wrap up?
Yeah,
Oh,
do
okay.
one joke each.
All right.
And the
Real quick. Starting last Thursday, residents. I'm gonna butcher the name. Residents evacuated after the eruption of the Kilauea. Am I saying that right?
I don't
I think
know.
pretty close.
Kilauea volcano in Hawaii. However, Fox News still insists that the Kilauea volcano is actually in Kenya.
Yeah!
They want that
Nice.
volcano person.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a nice.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's also my go-to joke of anything involving Hawaii.
Oh,
Just
cool.
be like, Fox
Malleable.
News says it's
Yes.
actually Kenya.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, you guys are gonna like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out more Americans say they'll buy an electric car.
Okay.
Yeah. This is particularly true when they're trying to impress Ed Begley Jr.
That's topical.
I wasn't sure if anyone would get it. You get it. But
I get it. He's an environmental.
he's like super
Super
environmentalist.
I mostly know that from his appearance on The Simpsons. I don't even know,
Yeah.
was it really him or was it...
I think it was.
Wow.
It was...
You think
I
they're
bet
gonna
They
they
were
were-
only even get the real ones, but it might have been one where it wasn't
Really?
him. I don't know.
No, I think it was him. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me think of a good. I have this one joke that I used to tell in 6th grade that I thought was the funniest thing. It wasn't. I'm trying to think of my other grandfather joke, but I can't remember them quite. But this one joke I thought was hysterical when I was in 6th grade, and now when I look back on it, it's an awful joke, and it's just like I think it's like slightly homophobic maybe, and just like very masculine and like stupid.
Well,
But I used to
that's
tell it
perfect
all the
for
time.
jokes to hear it.
Yeah, so so this guy, I'll just tell it. I don't agree with any of it now, and it's not funny, but I just remember
It's
thinking
a product of its time.
what I liked about the joke is that anybody could tell it and like really make a meal out of it, you know?
Okay.
But I'll make it short. So this guy has a wife that just loves fucking him all the time.
Right. Like all wives.
Like all wives. And she's like a nymphomaniac, and he's like, he has to go out of town for, a couple days.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And he doesn't want her to cheat on him.
No.
But, she's insatiable, so he's like, okay,
Right.
I don't want to go. I'm going to go to like a sex store,
Mhm.
sex toy store, and just find the best dildo or vibrator for her and be like, please don't leave me.
Yeah.
Fuck this thing. So he goes into some store and he's like, I need the best fucking thing. And this guy says, okay, you want like really the best? And he goes in the back and he gets this ancient looking dildo,
Mhm.
right? And he's like, this is a voodoo dick. And basically what you do is you say voodoo dick my blank and it will fuck it and it'll be the greatest thing ever.
Sure.
And he's like, okay, great, I just need to like my wife. Do you know what I mean? The guy's like, oh yeah, wives. So then he buys the dick, gives it to the lady,
Mhm.
right? He goes out of town. For some reason.
Yeah.
And then the lady is like, oh God, I really want to fuck. God, it's been 5 minutes. I gotta bang. I really gotta bang.
Traditional wife.
Classic wife stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then she's like, okay, well, before I like just walk outside and just try to fuck everything,
Right.
I'm gonna do what my husband said. I'm just gonna read the instructions here. Okay, so we're okay, great. She says, okay, voodoo dick my pussy, and then it starts fucking her,
Right.
just like super hard, right? And she's just squirting everywhere as wives do,
Yeah.
and she's just having the greatest time of her life. And then she finishes and everything, but the thing's still just like, she's just fucking. And she's like, oh, she comes again and again. It's been an hour now, and she's just like raw down there. And she's like, I gotta go to the hospital. This thing's not stopping.
Yeah.
I can't stop this thing.
No.
Oh my God. So she like gets in her car and drives, right? Because she didn't call the ambulance for some reason. I don't know why. But she gets in her car and she's like, fuck, I'm going to drive to the urgent care. Whatever.
Yeah.
They got to get this thing's on just So she's driving incredibly fast, right? Going like 80. Because she can't, like her, literally, her vagina's going to be, she might die maybe, right?
I hope not.
And so this cop then, like, right, pulls her over. And he's like, oh, man, I pulled you over, you're speeding. She's like, no, it's an emergency, I have to go to the hospital. He's like, what's wrong? And she tells him this whole voodoo dick story. And he's like, oh, voodoo dick my ass.
So
And the cop then he died eventually because it's a story about, and he had a family.
it's become a sad joke.
Yeah, I added those last parts. Anyway, I thought that was a really good joke when I was like 12. Yeah, I thought that was like the funniest thing ever, and
it's up there.
Nah, I still think Kill Away is pretty good.
Yeah. You don't think that was joke 0?
What, the voodoo dick joke?
Yeah.
I think joke 0, I think you guys were right from earlier, is if somebody's half Jewish, then pick whatever their upper half is and say steal it.
That's a pretty...
Yeah, or buy it wholesale.
Yeah. Well, I will say, in honor, we mentioned Norm Macdonald earlier, and there was a headline that I wanted to write a joke about yesterday that said, potential new cure found for baldness. And I was going to try to write a joke, but I couldn't think of anything better than Norm Macdonald's classic We Can Update joke. Potential new cure found for baldness. The catch? It only works on ears, noses, and backs.
Yeah.
The late, great Norm Macdonald.
R.I.P.
He's still old.
Oh,
fuck.
No, he's alive. He'll always be alive in our wonderful hearts.
My favorite joke, we were out of time.
No.
I was going to say my favorite.
I kind of need to go.
Oh, you gotta go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, you have to leave.
Yeah, I have to actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, then let's end this show.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for coming to Joke Zero. Thanks for checking out Mob Crush. Thanks for checking out YouTube. Thanks to our
YouTube, too?
friend Jason K.
Hey.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
People watching.